Good morning, everyone. I know that's a weird thing where it tells you how it's recording. I actually like that. I'm like weird about consent, and there's a bunch of creeps out there. And so I think it's great that it verbally tells you that it is being recorded and it doesn't just, show up in the corner anymore. So I'm weird. I know it's kind of annoying, but I think it's great. Um, My name is Lydia Kyle. We were talking about this before, you guys. I have terrible allergies. I feel like death warmed over, but I am here. So if you hear me hacking and coughing and sucking snot, like mind your business, okay? I'm here. Um, anyway, you guys, I am glad that I am up. I'm glad that I have air in my lungs this morning. Um, Today we're going to be talking about time management and prioritizing. This is going to be one of those ones that I really, really think that you should push this out to your teams when we get the recording, uh, because I think this is something that people struggle with, even more so now that people are going back to normal. I don't know. I don't really like using that word because it's not like what we had going on was all that great, but we're going back to life. As it was before the pandemic, and a lot of people are going back to jobs and they're not working from home, and that means like we're going to have to figure out how to prioritize. We're going to have to figure out how to do time management. So I have two ladies who are on with me today, that are going to give you some tips, some tricks, things that are working for them, things that have worked in the past. But first we need to do our we need to do our morning gratitude. And if you've ever been on one of my Zooms, if it's not your thing, it's okay. But I like to pray before I do my Zooms. I just like to bless my business every single morning, bless my family. This morning, we will be casting these allergies into the abyss. And if it's not your thing, that's fine. But it is mine. And I appreciate you guys humoring me. So if it is your thing, we'll do that. And then we'll do our morning gratitude. So let's go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for the air in our lungs. Lord, we ask that you would bless this time, that it would be productive, constructive, and for your glory, and that we will walk away ready to conquer the day and help people, whether it's in the form of this business or whether it's in the form of them getting their health back. Lord, we just ask that everything that's said here is representative of service over sales, and that we would be able to absorb what's being said to us. Lord Jesus, please get rid of these allergies. I can't do this anymore. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, you guys, morning gratitude. I don't like to spend a lot of time on silence when it comes to morning gratitude, just because, like, who gets on a Zoom to sit in silence, right? Um, that being said, do your morning gratitude. It really, it doesn't matter how you do it. I'm not the type of person that really writes it down, but some people are. Some people have journals, and that's their thing. They need to keep a physical track record of their morning gratitude. Some people have a note in their phone. Some people, they're like me and they just pray. A lot of times, that's what my morning gratitude turns into. It's just like a quiet moment where I can sit down and I can connect. And then I move about my day. So definitely take some time, either right now or as we're going, to just think of the things that you're grateful for. It does not have to be business related, you guys. There's so much more to our lives than thrive. And that's something that I think, we've been touching on a lot in different teams is, you are so much more than thrive. Right? Thrive is just a piece. Thrive is just one of the things that makes you great. So we need to be grateful for all the things that are happening in our life, and we need to be ready to accept the blessings that are coming to us. If you're not in a position to accept the blessings that are coming to you, they ain't gonna come. I don't care whether you believe in God, Buddha, or the universe. Like, you're not going to have those blessings unless you're ready to receive them. And being ready to receive them comes from a place of gratitude. As women, and then I'm not gonna go off on a tangent, but I think this is important. As women, we have a very hard time receiving. Okay, as women, we give, 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 give. If there's any men on the Zoom this morning, I will tell you this: the women in your life, it's very hard for them to receive. They like to be given gifts and things, but it is hard for them to receive them. It's the same with success. You guys, it's the same with success in business, success in life. It's the same with someone complimenting you. We as women, because we give, we have a hard time receiving. Or when someone gives you a gift, you automatically think you need to give them a gift 2 times bigger to show them that you appreciate it. You don't. Just receive it. Okay, so when you're given a gift, whether it's in this business in the form of, a new customer or a new promoter or a new rank, the biggest paycheck you've ever had, receive that. Keep working, but receive it. And thank, like I said, whether you believe in God, Buddha, or the universe, I believe in God. I praise him for those wins, because you earned it. You earned it. He sent that to you. He wants you to receive the gift. Okay, let's talk about time management and priorities. Switching gears. Um, this is something so it's really funny that I chose this as a topic, because I have no strategies to share with you. The 2 ladies who are with me this morning, Meghan and Shannon, they are going to share some strategies with you. I have no strategies, none. I am a whirling dervish. I go 90 miles an hour all day long. I have 3 little kids. Luckily, I work from home regardless of the pandemic or not. And I have a job where nobody really is keeping a thumb on me. And so I'm able to just kind of go about my day as normal, and I thrive in wherever thrive fits in. Some days it's, a little bit quieter. Some days I feel like I'm getting pulled 50 million directions, but I have a life where I'm able to just go with the flow, essentially. But that being said, part of the reason why I chose this topic is because this is something that pops up in my team chat constantly. I don't know how to, I'm struggling with managing my time. I'm struggling with getting things done. I'm struggling with IPAs, all those different things, because people are, like I said, they're going back to work. They're going back to jobs in the office. They cannot they cannot have their phone next to their laptop while they do a Zoom. Like, that doesn't work anymore. That being said, I will tell you that I know the importance of time management, because when you learn how to manage your time, you will teach your team how to manage their time. Okay, so while I said I don't necessarily have a strategy and I'm kind of just, a tornado all day long, I still show up and do the do. Okay, what works for me is not going to work for everyone, but I still show up and do the do. And what that creates is it creates layered leadership. And that's honestly what I want you guys to take away from this, from me, is not necessarily a strategy for time management, but you need to figure out how to manage your Thrive business, so that it becomes second nature to you, so that when life happens, you have a team that can step in and still run the game. Okay, I'm going to use this as an example. I don't feel good, and I'm going a million different directions. Okay, I'm lucky if I can get a post up at this point. Like, I'm not doing follow-ups. I'm not doing a very good job right now. But my team, they know how to run the game. They know how to keep going. Okay, that's layered leadership. I don't care if you literally just started yesterday. You need to start showing up and being the leader that you need to be a year from now. Because if you don't start today, you're already a day behind. And creating that sense of management is going to help your team see how you, in your busyness, are able to management. That's an inspiration. I'm just going to use, hopefully she doesn't mind. A lot of you who follow Ashley Sy know that, she had life hit her really hard. Both her mom were in a car accident that was horrific. Luckily, they are both doing okay, but it was really, really scary. It was really scary. And she had to step back. But I will tell you this. Guess what was still in her stories every single morning? Her steps. And it's not because she was trying to promote Thrive while she was going through this life crisis. It was just simply because it's become second nature. It's become a part of her day to do that. It's the same for me, making a post at 8 a.m. noon and 6 p.m., like that's second nature. I've got posts saved. I've got, photos batched. I can do that even if life is chaotic without it taking up, a ton of my mental space. Um, and I don't know, I was just really Ashley's situation just really solidified that for me, because she had every reason to just shut off her phone, and I'm sure she did. I mean, I'm sure there were plenty of times where she just shut off the phone and walked away, but even in the smallest way, she was still working her business because she has created a routine for herself that is second nature. And I think that's one of the important things to do, because life will happen, you guys. You don't know when and you don't know what, but life is going to happen. And you have to, Britt, can you mute people, please? You have to be in a position where it is second nature. So that being said, because I'm all croaky and because I like have snot running out of my nose like crazy, I'm going to pass it over to these ladies who have legitimate strategies for you guys. I appreciate you being on this morning. I appreciate all the good thoughts. I think I'll start feeling better here soon, but I am always so blessed to wake up in the morning with you guys. It's a very early for me. I wake up at 4:30 for this Zoom, and yeah, I still keep coming back for more. I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I really, really enjoy the topics that we talk about here. And I think this is an incredible community that you guys have created, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So Shannon, I'm going to pass it over to you. And then when you're done, you're going to pass it over to Meg, and she's going to.
Actually, I'm going to let Megan go first because I got my notebook ready to take notes on this time blocking. Is that good with you, Megan?
Yep, totally fine with me. So I just want to kind of go off of what Lydia was just talking about. Hopefully everyone can hear me. I'm on my phone, not my laptop. I'll just put that out there. I kind of wanted to go off what Lydia was talking about, how you got to put things in place and prioritizing first of all. So we all have certain things within our life that we could utilize as an excuse as to why we can't work our business. So I've been in this business now, it's 3 years. I've gone through different walks of my life personally, where I've had to adapt the way that I was working my business. So that when I first started, I was working 60 hours, 50, 60 hours a week sometimes. And then like last year I was working a part-time job, and then now I'm home full-time. So understanding that you got to prioritize your business, it looks different in different seasons of your life. But like Lydia had said, when you make it a staple and you're prioritizing it, it becomes second nature. Do I really even think about posting my steps in my stories? No, I just do it because one, I take my products every day because I wouldn't go without them. But it's just second nature. Just like spending time commenting on people's things and adding people to my network and yada yada. So understanding that like you're working your business is going to look different in different seasons of your life. And there might be times where you're spending a lot of time in Messenger because you maybe signed some new promoters, or maybe you aren't signing a lot of customers. So then working your business is looking different. Like you're spending extra time doing engagement or adding to your network or something like that. I think when we come into this business, you automatically assume that working your business is signing people, but that's not the fact every single day. I wish we could sign customers and promoters every single day, but I think where a lot of people go wrong is you think working your business is signing customers and promoters. So then when that's not happening, your IPAs fall through the crack, when actually that's where the work happens. The work happens in the things that you're doing every single day, like adding to your network and connecting with people and doing your follow-ups and reaching out to your team and reaching out to your upline and stuff like that. So for you got to figure out some sort of strategy. And I'm going to give you a way that I've been doing. But for me, it's been different in different seasons. When I was working 60 hours a week, obviously I had to prioritize my time differently. I had to figure out I'm going to work this in the morning or at night. And then when I was doing part-time, and I literally like was doing nothing at that part-time job, like I had the flexibility to be able to like send a few messages while I was at work, but a lot of people don't have that capability. And then here's the thing. If your goal is to work full-time on your phone from home, you have to have a strategy for your working your business, because it is so easy for you to come up with reasons why you're not going to work your business while you're at home, because you're distracted by dishes or laundry or your kids or things like that. And it's so much easier just like kick back and relax and like do all the things at home or whatever. So making sure that you're dedicating time while you're working from home too is so important. So I'm going to give you a very specific strategy that I personally use, that I've implemented with my team, that they enjoy thoroughly, because you don't have to sit down for an extended period of time to utilize this specific method. So it is time blocking. So I have 3 different blocks that you can utilize, and they're all different time frames. So this will allow you, like if you have 15 minutes at some point in your day, you can fit this one in. If you have like an hour to fit in, you can fit this block in. And if you have like only 10 minutes, this is a block that you can fit in. So I'm going to go through this. I will post these in all the pages. So I'll do it on Dream Team, and I'm part of Thrive to Survive too. So I'll put it in there as well, so that you guys have the ability to access like a copy of this, if this is something that you think would be beneficial for your business. Again, nobody's business looks exactly the same. Like the way I run and manage my business is different than Shannon, is different than Lydia, because we have different lives. So when we're providing these options for our team and stuff like that, like you can take someone's information and form it to something that's going to work better for you. I just want to be able to provide tools for everything, because again, like I said, my business has evolved as I've gone on in life. So block number 1 will take you from 30 to 45 minutes. So this is what we're going to do. The first thing you would do, this is going to include things like interacting and following people. So you would set a timer for 10 minutes. Did you want to say something, Brittany? Because I saw you just messaged me.
I was just going to send it to me and I'll attach to the video, to the replay.
Okay, sounds good. So set a timer for 10 minutes. Go to your Facebook, go to friends, and interact. I personally have ADHD. So if I don't spend set a timer, I have the ability to get hyper focused, and maybe it would spend like 45 minutes interacting instead of 10. And I have other things I need to prioritize in my business, so I can't be spending all of my time interacting, and it also just keeps me on task. So set a timer for 10 minutes, interact with your friends. And then the next one is go into birthdays and just comment on the birthdays. That will take you 2 seconds, so you don't need to set a timer for that. Next one, if you utilize Instagram, go to Instagram, set a timer for 5 minutes, search a hashtag that relates to either, I don't know how you work your business, but one of your 5. My niche is helping other mamas get energy and take their health back. So a lot of my stuff is like exercise, nutrition based. So I will search hashtags around that and just interact with those hashtags for 5 minutes. Next, Set a timer for 10 minutes in those same hashtags. So here's where you could kind of kill two birds with one stone. While you're interacting, you can also, like, if there's somebody that you're seeing that you're interacting with in those hashtags, you can follow them. So if you like their content, if you feel like they'd be a good fit, if you feel like they're just somebody you might jive with, go ahead and hit follow with them. So set a timer for 5 minutes and follow people. Did I say 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes and follow people. Okay, next in Instagram, you're going to click on your following, set a timer for 5 minutes, and engage with your following. So these are people that you follow personally, that you're following. Usually I will try to like reorganize it. There's like arrows that go up and down, and I will switch it up so that it's like the most recent people first. So the most recent people that I've added or followed first. Then after you're finished with that, you will click on followers, set a timer for 10 minutes and engage with them, your followers. And again, I will sometimes like flip it. So I'll spend like the first 5 minutes doing the people that show up and populate first. And then I'll switch the arrows so that it's the most recent. So I'm hitting both on people that have followed me for a long time and people that have recently started following me. So this is block number 1. After you're finished with doing all those things, take some time, or while you're doing those things, take some time to journal. What are the things that you're noticing while you're engaging with people? Like, what are they doing? What are the things that they're saying? Are they talking about problems they have? Are they talking about whatever? The reason I say this is this helps you get a good understanding of what are the struggles that you're following, or that the people that you're friends with or you're following are having. So if they're talking a lot about like they're tired or blah, 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 dee, blah. Or if you see that they're out and busy with their kids a lot, so that you can connect with them more as a mom. This will help you develop a strategy. Like if they're talking a lot about they're struggling with their mental health, or they're struggling with, or they're talking a lot about coffee, that means that you should probably be talking about how you no longer drink coffee anymore, if your people are talking about coffee a lot. So that's the first block. Again, this will all be in text format so that you can, if you want to utilize this, you can. I have like an IPA chat with my team where we do this every single day together. And we actually paused it while we're doing the destination at 12K thing that Brittany's doing, but that's a different thing. But anyways, block number 2, this one should take you about 20 minutes. So this one's if you have some time, but not a whole lot. Again, 20 minutes. So pick up your phone. The reason I say pick up your phone in this one is because it is not our intention while you're working this business for you to be glued to your phone. Actually, I think it's best for you to work your business this way and set the phone down so that you're present in life, but also so you're not wasting time on social media, because it is easy for you to like hit that Reels button and then you're watching Reels for hours, or you are just scrolling through your news feed and seeing the same people over and over again, or click the TikTok button and watch TikToks forever. So putting your phone down is important, I think. So pick up your phone, go into Messenger. So you're just going to go to Messenger right away, set a timer for 5 minutes and send messages. So this means you can either, I use like a heart color coded system where like blue hearts are my minis and yellow hearts are my customers, and orange hearts, like nickname them, orange hearts are my promoters, so that I can just look for the heart color, go into it and follow up. So this can be like you're searching for terms, maybe like using the searching for the term weight loss and then just following up with any of those people. This can mean going through and following up with your minis. This can be checking in with some of your team. This can be people that are like I said, sampling, checking in with your customers. Yeah, so I just have different heart colors. So I'll nickname people, my chat or my name, my people, my people in Messenger. So anyone that is a promoter on my team, I will click nicknames and I'll put an orange heart in front of their name. Anyone that is sampling from me, I will click on their name and put a blue heart in front of their name. Anyone that's a customer of mine, I will click on nicknames and then put a yellow heart in front of them. If it's like a dead ass conversation, like this has gone nowhere, I will put a red heart, like stop. And then I'll use like purple for potentials and like green people that are going to order as a customer. It just helps you be really focused in when you're going into Messenger. Did you want to say something, Lydia? No? Okay.
I was going to say I don't use hearts because I use hearts too much in conversations. So I use weird emojis that are never going to come up in a conversation. So I use some weird vegetables and fruits for my people. And it also brings up a conversation with them, like, why the hell did you put an eggplant in front of my name? Or why'd you put a peach? So I use weird shit that I'm not going to use in a daily conversation because I use hearts all the time in texts.
So that's my question. Meg, I don't want to derail you, but what do you do when they ask you, like, why'd you change my name?
I'm totally transparent with them. I said, this helps me just manage my messages and I want to make sure that I'm keeping touch with you.
Thank you.
So can I ask a question? I'm a little confused. Like so you're changing their actual name and just putting a heart there? I'm
in front of their name. So I'll put like, let's say Meghan Holcomb, that's my name. I'll click on nicknames and I'll just put a blue heart and then I'll still say Meghan Holcomb at that behind it.
Never thought of that. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's really helped me a ton because then if like, let's say we have a promotion going on, I can look for any of the blue hearts and then just follow up with them. Like, I know you loved your sample and you're ready to order. We have free shipping this weekend or whatever. And then when they go from like a sampler to a customer, I obviously change the heart color. So it's helped me so much in my business. And I actually learned that from John Eric. He's like a social media guy. So
Megan, real quick before you jump. When you put the hearts in front of people's names, can you search the heart in the search engine and just those colors come up?
I typically don't do that. So I don't know.
Yes, you can. That's the reason I use like an eggplant or a peach. So you can go into your search bar and type in that emoji and your entire list of whenever you've used that specific emoji pops up. So when we have what the hell is that thing called? The double triple. Yeah. I have my people who only buy during double triple as some weird ass emoji. So whenever that drops, I type in that emoji, those 14 people pop up and I rush through my double triple really quick. So that's a good way to search too. So if you know a customer only buys during BOGO, only buys during tag team, only does during double triple, you set their emoji as what they do. So when those promos drop, you get to them first.
Yep.
Sorry, Megan.
No, that's totally fine. You can utilize whatever works best for you. So I just wanted to provide that information as like a setting off point. So thank you, Brittany, for sharing that.
Also with that, Megan.
Yeah.
A lot of people will use an emoji and forget about what they use for what. So most phones have a note section that you can also search by the emoji. So I started this and I made a list of tag team and this is the emoji. So that way, if I forget which emoji and one of the certain promos come up that certain people like, I can go to my notes tab or my notes app in my phone and search to see what that emoji is. So that might help some people as well.
Yep, I have them in my notes too. Yep, such a good point there. So I'll just go back to that real quick. So you're sending messages for 5 minutes straight. So after that, next, go to your Instagram DMs, set a timer, and send DMs for 5 minutes. Next, we're going to go into Facebook stories. So when you go into Facebook, obviously, like your people's stories at the top show up. Set a timer for 5 minutes and engage with stories. Now, you're probably, a lot of us are friends with other Thrivers, right? Whether they're on your team or they're just like sidelines or friends or whatever. Feel free to like mute other people's stories. So if you click on the 3 lines, you can mute out their stories, because you want to be spending your time as efficiently as possible, and you like swiping through a bunch of Thrivers stories isn't going to be beneficial. If you want to see like what their stories are, because like maybe you get inspiration from that person or like whatever, like you can go to their profile and click on their profile, but your time should be spent interacting as much as you can with other people that are not currently thriving, obviously, because that's where you make money. Then go to Instagram, set a timer for 5 minutes, engage with those stories. So that's block number 2. You can throw in engaging with groups in this one too. So setting a timer for 5 minutes and engaging with Facebook groups so that you're touching on all things. All right, so that's block number 2. And like I said, that's like 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, this last one is you will pick one of the following every day, cycle between them. So you're not obviously going to do one of them every single day. You'll want to cycle between these ones. And this will only take you 5 to 10 minutes. So you're going to pick one of the following. Follow up with all of your customers. So going into your back office and following up with your customers. You did not spend all of this time trying to get a customer by engaging with them, sending them a sample, giving them a discount, for you not to follow up with them. Make sure you're touching base with your current customers. We are not just signing people for the sake of signing people. They trusted you. You need to make sure you're touching base with them. Sorry, tangent. But do you want to keep constantly adding new, which is important? Yes. But you're always going to be on the treadmill then if you're not taking care of your current customers so that they continually order. Anyways,
I have a strategy for that, Meg, if you want me to share it.
Sure.
So you're just giving us so much stuff. We keep interrupting you.
No, that's good.
So as far as follow-ups with customers go, a lot of you guys know I use the recipe box organization system. If you don't know what that is, go search it in a group. I'm not going to talk about it. So what I do is I follow up with people. If they place a first time order, they will get 2 follow-ups from me before I move them to their auto ship date. Or if they didn't place the order on auto ship date, I have a file that is for inactive customers. So they've ordered, but they're not on auto ship. And so they're going to get touched by me 2 times before I move them to their auto ship date. And then they're going to get a follow-up from me before their auto ship date, if that makes sense. So I check in with them twice. They get their order. Hey, did your order get there? How are you feeling? Everything going okay? 3 or 4 days later, hey, just checking in, making sure everything's good. If we need to troubleshoot, we troubleshoot. And then once their auto ship date comes the next month, I follow up 2 days in advance to make sure everything's still okay. Some people may like to do more follow-ups than that. Some people may be close friends of mine. So obviously I'm going to talk to them more than twice, but for people who I'm not close with, and I'm honestly, I might forget about them. But if I do those 2 follow-ups, I've at least touched them twice. And then I also send thank you notes.
Samesies. Thank yous. I send so many thank yous, and I'll usually like include a little, I don't know, like a patch or a thing of Activate, or buy some skincare samples and send them one of those or something like that, just as a thank you. So that's one of them. Number 2, reach out to your upline. We as uplines do not know you're struggling with really specific things unless you come to us. Can you mute it? Thank you. we don't know that you're struggling unless you reach out to us. It's important for you to connect, I think, also, because just like if you're not attending Zooms, like even if you're hopping on a Zoom and you feel like you do have a good strategy for following up with potentials or whatever, like you might get an idea, or B, it's just good to have a pulse check to stay connected so that you're, it's just so important. Like I make sure that I reach out to my upline at least once a week. So that's number 2. Number 3, research trending reels. So make sure you're setting a timer on your phone from like 5 to 10 minutes. Otherwise you can end up watching reels for hours. Save sounds, see what's trending, get ideas from other people, yada, yada. Number 4 is look at your story views. So take some time to look through your story views. Is there like a time when your story views are dropping off? Do some of the same people constantly watch your story views? Maybe write those names down. Watch your story views, watch your stories, write those names down, that sort of thing. See if your numbers are down. Maybe like one week you check and they were up in like the 200s, and then the next week you check and it's down to like 75. Maybe like understanding you need to have some new strategy for your stories. Anyways, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. If you have a creator account on Instagram, which I highly suggest that you do, unless for some reason you're weird about your personal privacy and you want a private account. If you have a creator account on Instagram, go into your insights and spot trends. What pictures are getting more likes? What pictures are getting more engagement? Is your engagement up? Is your following up? Are you down and maybe need to make some adjustments? So looking at trends in your Instagram. Next, like in Facebook and in Instagram, if you want, you go into Facebook and look at your likes. Here's the thing. I think that we hinge our likes on whether or not we are good enough. And that is not what I'm saying. You can switch. How do you switch? You go into your settings and just select creator account. Your likes have no indication of your worth, you guys. Likes do not equal, whatever the do not equal sign is, worth. Likes is a gauge to understand, is my content hitting with my audience? That is it. Or am I posting at the right time? That's literally all it is. Or does Instagram like this? Because sometimes they'll throttle your stuff if you say the wrong things, obviously. Likes do not equal worth. So and here's the thing, if you have like 300 friends, you're not going to get 300 likes. It's just, so what I'm saying when you're looking at your likes is this is an indication for you to take a look at your stuff and say to yourself, what seems to be hitting better with my audience? Am I getting more likes on certain types of posts? Like for whatever reason, I get more likes with my kids, or I get a lot of likes on my before and afters. So that's an indication that that's something I need to keep doing, because people are saying, yes, we like this. So figuring out ways to like incorporate Thrive with my children, figuring out ways to incorporate different types of before and after pictures for me or other people's or whatever. So it's just a way for you to gauge. That is it. So stop thinking I suck at this business because you only get a few likes. It just means maybe you need to take a different type of picture, or maybe you need to post at a different type of time, or maybe you need to spend more time building relationships with people. That's it. So that's number 6. Number 7 is clean out your inactives and potentially unfollow people on Instagram. So cleaning out inactives on Facebook can look like going through your friends list. Their face will show up as like a blanked out circle, basically. You can unfollow or unfriend them, or if like they're your actual friend, just leave them, whatever. But it's just a way for you to open up more area for you to add more people. So that is my time block strategy. And I'll post this in text form. So Shannon, did you want to go? I know that was a lot
Sure
of time.
thing. Thank you, because I can actually utilize time blocking in what I do. I've been here for some time and I've tried all the different things and I finally found something that works for me. Seems a lot of us here are ADHD. If I don't have it in my face, I'm either not doing it or I don't remember if I did it. And I'm a homeschool mom, so trying to juggle all the things that can be kind of tough. I have to have everything in my face. My planner is always filled out and I highlight things as I do them or whatnot. And I even added things that I want to add from what Meghan was saying. But I keep lists and I can also get these in being posted. These are my IPAs and I will check off every day whether or not I've done them. And I have one here like adding friends to Facebook, birthdays, follow people, unfollow people on Instagram, 1 to 3 posts on Facebook, one post on Instagram. Have I posted on other platforms, things like that, making sure that I'm doing everything every day so I can come back and say, shoot, did I message that person? I'll know if I have. On Saturday and Sunday, I do my goals and my planning to make sure I have certain things set up that's like on a weekly basis. And with my non-negotiable tasks, how many free accounts do I want to get? I will put a number in there so I can keep track on whether or not I've done that. Then I also have, I'm just starting with the whole trying to get better at Instagram thing. So I actually have a checklist for posting on Instagram. Is my picture captivating? Is my content timely? You know, like appropriate to current events or whatnot. I found that where Meghan said people you follow, you might want to follow somebody that is also in the same type of industry you're in, whether they're a thriver or with something else. Not to watch what they're doing, to see what people are commenting. That helps you build content because you're building content on what people want to hear because that's what they're commenting on other things. I even keep a board. I have my dry erase board that's got my weekly tasks, my monthly tasks, what Zooms with the IDs, because sometimes I'll scroll and I'll be like, what was the Zoom ID for that? And I don't have time to go and search whatever group it's in to find the ID. I can look right up on my board. I keep track of my daily charts, like, am I where I want to be? Meghan posts in every single team page pretty much where you're supposed to be for what rank you're at. And I use that along with what I write down on my board. And am I where I'm supposed to be? What do I need to do? Something I utilized this week, and it has been amazing. On your phones, you have, it's either do not disturb or focus, depending on what kind of phone you have in your settings. You can set blocks of time where your phone's not going to go off. Have you ever been the one that you're really in a role with IPAs, but one of those chats just keep going ding, 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 ding. Instead of muting them where you might miss something, just set it as a do not disturb. So that way when you go back, it'll pop up when it comes back on. I've also, if you suffer with wondering sometimes, am I doing good? Am I in the right place? You know how we all go through those feelings. Instead of putting it in your chat or anything like that to bring other people down, I have alarms that I set on my phone. I have one that goes off in the morning, one that goes off in the afternoon, and one that goes off in the early evening. My phone alarm will go off and it'll say, like one of my first ones, you're doing great. Get up, breathe, move your body, you rock. Then the next one will be like, don't stress it, girl, you got this. And the last one, it says, are you where you want to be for the day? It's okay to refocus. Let's go kick ass. And they're my alarms that go off throughout the day, reminding me that, yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm where I want to be. Yes, it's okay to not be okay sometimes. If you are the type of person that's like, you have to keep everything in your face or wondering if you're going to forget it or not, these checklists have been extremely helpful. And you can fill out a checklist however you want to fill it out. You can set your alarms for however you want to talk to yourself. Self-talk is extremely important, especially in network marketing. You have to stay focused on being positive to bring positivity to others. You don't want to be in a funk and then go interact with people and not be able to give a good comment or take a crappy comment and try to turn it around. When somebody posts on your page and they're like, they say something that's like totally rude, you can actually turn that around into a positivity and make that person look like they were just trying to be an ass. Excuse my language. I know there's kitties around and whatnot. And that shows you as a person who's not going to allow others to get to you, that you are the person that's passionate about what you're doing. If it's just that bad of a person, delete and block them. Nobody needs to see that. And I also keep the, there's a thing that Star had mentioned in the chat called $80. If you guys were not on, I think it was Stephanie Brachik that did a Zoom. And she was talking about this $80 program that Maria Dillard uses. She's a multi-millionaire with this company. She's the highest earning promoter that Lavelle has. So if she's utilizing something and it's working for her, do yourself a favor and at least see if it'll work for you. And the $80 helps with hashtags, will help you see what's trending, what's not trending. I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't know enough about it yet, but I am going to learn as much as I can about it. As far as that, I will get these checklists to Brittany as well, so she can attach them to the video. We are on our 100 Days to Brave. I love this. I love how it fits in with everything that's being done in the Zoom. It seems like everything we talk about on our Zoom that day, this matches it perfectly. I believe it's Star that's reading today. And
it is. What day are we on? I'm sorry. My brain.
82.
Okay.
And Lydia, if you would like to pick a winner while she's reading 100 Days to Brave, people can drop whether or not they won or not. And Star, go for it.
Yeah, so this definitely fits with, I think, like the Vibe Tribe and all the other Zooms and lives and all that jazz, because we share our wisdom. So it says, be generous with your wisdom, day 82. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. James chapter 1, verse 5 ESV. So there it is. The Bible tells us flat out that if we want wisdom and we ask God for it, he's going to give it to us generously. Generously. God is so generous with us. He gives good gifts to his children, and wisdom is such an incredible gift. It's all that Solomon asked for. And God told Solomon he could ask for anything. And that's found in 2 Chronicles. Is that how you say that? Thank you. Chapter 1, verse 7. So listen, this is where your bravery comes in. You've been given wisdom by God liberally. If you haven't, ask for it. Brave people offer their wisdom liberally to others, not opinions, wisdom. A lot of people get hung up and think, what wisdom do I have to offer? I'm only 20, or I've only been a Christian for a year. Surely there are better people to share their wisdom. Listen, friend, you always know more than someone else. Always. There's always someone.
You may have been a Christian for only 3 days, but there's someone who will decide tomorrow to follow Jesus. Seriously. So you always have something to offer. Are you brave enough to believe that? Are you brave enough to share your wisdom? I hope you remember this. The road to courage is lit by God's wisdom. His word in the Bible and through the Holy Spirit to you and through others is how you see that road. You tap into that. You ask for that. You dig into that. He will give you wisdom and you can give it to others. You, friend, are qualified to share godly wisdom because you have God. You can be brave enough to believe that. I know you can. And you can be brave enough to share it. Maybe with someone younger than you, a sibling, a cousin who wants advice, or maybe it's someone older than you who is new in his or her faith. Or maybe, ask God to give you opportunities to share wisdom with others today. She highlights in this day, brave people offer their wisdom liberally to others, not opinions, but wisdom. Be brave. Ask God for wisdom in your life. This is something I pray for every day. And take some time today to thank someone who has been a wise voice in your life.
So good.
It was.
All right, so I picked a winner. I think she had to jump off. So, I had a winner. Where did the name go? Shelby Peppers. Message me on Facebook. I will get you the options and we will get it mailed out. Guys, it's Friday. It's Flex Friday. It's face-to-face Friday. It's get a damn post out Friday. Just kidding. Love you. It is the weekend almost-ish. So don't close your freaking business just because it's Friday. Okay? Work your business all weekend. That doesn't mean be on your phone 24/7, but that means time block some stuff. If you're looking all hot on Saturday because you actually got dressed, take 8,001 pictures for the entire week. Hi, that's what I do because this is what I look like 9 times out of 10 when you have 7,001 puppies. So if you look good one day, take 1,000 pictures. Okay?
Yeah, just change your shirt.
Right? Take your hair out of a bun and actually wash it. Hashtag goals for the weekend. But seriously, don't close your business just because it's Friday. Post, talk about your 3 steps, all the goods, message your people, drop your own promos. If the company drops one, awesome. If they don't, that's why we have credits. That's why we have stuff on hand sometimes. Reach out to your customers who did their auto ship yesterday. Thank them. Reach out to your customers that have an auto ship on the 15th. See if they need to adjust anything. See if they want to add anything. Got credits? Share it with them. All right, guys. Have an amazing weekend. We will see you back here next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Same link, same number, same time, different host. You're welcome. Bye.